Uja Ubenefer. We're starting in 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and light the candles. I don't think you can see the altar. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see. Uja. Nothing broke. Well. All right. Uja Ubenefer, do it for tuning in. Let me just check this quickly. Check 1, 2. Check testing 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Testing. Check 1, 2. Okay, good. Oh, wait, it went out. Uh-oh. Here we go, Eugene. Okay. Check testing. Check 1, 2. Check testing 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Okay, now we got it. Check 1, 2. Check testing 1, 2. Okay. I'm not gonna mess with it. All right. Do it for tuning in. Please tap the screen to let other people know. Oh, learn. No, this is music. Let other people know that we are ready to begin. All right. Welcome to today's episode of Ancient African Adorations, where we are following the Nigerian calendar of holy days that is published by the Temple of Amun. And this calendar has beautiful artwork. This year's calendar has quotes from the Tree of Life. And you can see here, this month, the divinity of the season is Kepri, and the divinity of month is Renanet. And it has one of my favorite illustrations with Set and Heru. And then here, Set and Heru, the two-headed, when we're like going back and forth between our royal personality and our egoism. That's what this represents. It's And this calendar has the moons, the new moons and full moons, equinoxes, a few legal holidays, equinoxes and solstices, and then the Nigerian holidays. And I've been doing a series of the astrology days at the Kimatones page, and then the music at the Chia Amit page. So today is the holiday where we observe the birthday of goddess Newt, and it's a feast. It's to be considered a feast. I don't know about a feast, but we will honor the goddess Newt. And my name is Arit Tachia Ahmet, and I've been a reggae world music artist for over 30 years. And for the past 10 years, I've been studying the Kemetic wisdom teachings and have, become a chantress or enchantress, a singing priestess. And so that's been going really well. Let's start with our opening chants. Before reading from the Purdah Maru, we're instructed to offer certain chants. And so I'm offering one hekal that came through me that combines the three netters that we observe here at the Asmataji Temple: Nebuchadnezzar, Caprata, and Asar. Om Nebuchadnezzar, Caprata, 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 Asar. Nebuchadnezzar, the all-encompassing divinity, the all-embracing spirit that is all, pervades all, is the essence of all, first came forth in the form of Capri. Capri is the creator of the gods and goddesses, the cosmic forces of nature, the cosmic forces that make up everything in this world, this creation, which is an illusion. And then Nebuchadnezzar came forth in human form as his god Asar, the universal soul. So in that hekal, we honor all three. Oh, looks like there's a few comments. Let's get to those. It might just be from TikTok. Are you talking about? Yep. You can. I'm talking about Kemetic wisdom teachings from the Nettarian tradition from Chatout Netter. So today we're honoring the goddess Newt, who is in the image behind me. The goddess Newt is the sky, and her body is covered with stars, which are her children. There we go. Her children. Oh, I put my finger in front of the camera. Her children. And she is separated from Geb by Shu. Geb is the earth. Shu is the air, the atmosphere. Newt is the outer space, and Shu is the inner space. I think you can see there. Yeah. So this is the image of Newt, the night sky, her body's covered with stars, and she's separated from Geb, the earth, by Shu, the air. I hope that answered your question. Oh, yes. This session is Ancient African Adorations. I will be doing pendulum readings again very soon. I did some just the other day, and I don't have a regular schedule for that, but it will not be today. But thank you. If you want to just post your question on one of my other videos, you could do that, and I'll make a video just for you. All right. Let's do the SAR. And this is at the beginning of the Purdah Maru. This is where they instruct you to recite certain prayers before studying. And here's the translation, the one that's coming up. Adorations is Sar Unifer, divinity great, personality in the heart of Abdu, King of eternity, Lord of forever, traveling for eternities, in form raised he, son primary of body of Newt, engendered by Geb, master, lord of the Uric crown, exalted white crown, prince of gods and goddesses and people. Uja, to the people on YouTube, can you let me know that you can hear me? I accidentally unplugged the cord or earlier. And if you could just let me know that you can hear me, that would be appreciated. Let's see if I can find it quickly. There we go. Full verses. Oh, here, let me post the lyrics. I don't know if TikTok has share screen yet. I haven't pursued it. But here are the lyrics to Dua Asar. Dua Asar Unifer Netra Herababdu Sutin Hey Nebjeta Sebebi Hey Dua Asar Unifer Netra Dua Asar Unifer Netra Dua Asar Imha'if Sadep Inkat Newt Utetin Geb Arpat Neb Dua Asar Unifer Netra Dua Asar Unifer Netra Dua Asar Ureritai Pediti Netaruim Teg Dua to Asar Unafim. Yes, that Hekau is an adaptation of the chant for the Temple of Aset. And then I added on the additional verses. And then I closed out with a Hekau by our beloved Uobratim and the Glory to Asar. It's a wonderful combination. Okay. Oh, too, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's see if they answered my request. Okay, so there's still someone on YouTube there. So if you could just let me know that you can hear me okay, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so now let's jump into the teachings. All right. So the first thing I did, of course, was just do a sweep of the internet. I looked up birth of Newt, birthday of Newt, and found lots of information about her giving birth. I didn't find a lot about her birth. So just to summarize, Newt, this is from the Elizabeth A. Sackler Center for Feminist Art, the brooklynmuseum.org. Newt is the Egyptian sky goddess, born of Shu, god of air, and Tefnut, goddess of water and fertility. With her brother and husband Geb the earth, she bore Asar, Aset, Set, and Nebuhet, and also Hedu Ur. Nut is usually depicted with stars covering her body, particularly her hands and feet, which were seen as the 4 cardinal points. She was the granddaughter of the great sun god Ra, but also an important mother figure to him in many of the legends. And so they mentioned the 4 cardinal points. Those are where the sun lines up with the Milky Way galaxy at the equinoxes and the solstices, and also the mid-seasons. And like I said, this Naturian calendar also posts the lunar holidays, and you can check the lunar reading on the YouTube's replay for the Black New Moon, and you can also catch the Spiral Dance Medicine Wheel replay on YouTube, which was earlier this morning for the midwinter. Okay. It's kind of slow because I have so many windows open. Might have to close some of these. Oh, I accidentally closed that one. I did learn there was something called Book of Newt, which I had not known before. I knew about the Book of Coming Forth by Day, the Book of Light, but I did not know about the Book of Newt. Okay, so this website pretty much has the same information about the goddess of the sky, daughter of Shu and Tefnut, sister and wife to Geb. This one goes a little bit deeper into the myth. Egyptian mythology said that Nut and Geb were inseparable, which left no room for creation by Atum Ra, the creator god. Atum Ra and Shu. Oh, battery's about to wear out. It doesn't last very long. Okay. Well, okay. Atum Ra and Shu, who were jealous of the closeness between Nut and Geb, did not want them to have children. Shu separated them by lifting Nut up. She continued to form the sky while Geb remained beneath her to form the earth. In another myth featuring Ra, Nut is referred to as his mother. The pyramid text reveals that her body becomes a pathway for the sun, that Ra passes over it during the day before Nut swallows him at night. Then a new day starts when she gives birth to him again in the morning. Again, this is more about, they that she's born of Shu and Tefnut. But that's it. She's sometimes represented as a cow goddess, one of the qualities, who has some of the qualities of Heteru. Um, it is believed that when Ra became, this is from AskAladdin.com. When Ra became tired of ruling, she took time, she took him up into the heavens on her back in the form of a cow. She's more commonly represented as a naked woman covered with stars, and her body is held in an arch facing downward. Her legs and arms are the pillars of the sky, etc., etc. Again, but nothing in particular about the birthday of Nut. Here they mention the festival of Nut and Ra, and then even the feast of Nut, which is later on this month, but nothing about the birth of Nut. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what I found at these different sites. There's some sites that have different descriptions of her, and so I'll make a little song about those. Here's Ancient Egypt Online. She's known as the Sky Goddess. She held the title of She Who Gives Birth to the Gods. From birth to death, Nut played an important role in Egyptian mythology as the barrier between the order of creation and cosmos. She's known as the Mother Goddess. The Milky Way is viewed as a celestial image of Nut. She was originally worshipped by early tribes of the Nile Valley. She's one of the very ancient gods. And yep. Here goes a little bit more into her pregnancy. Despite a curse from her father, which left her barren, Nut seduced the god Jehuti. She gave birth to 5 more children on the epigenomenal days of the Egyptian calendar. Now, I've read that Geb is still the father of the children, but Jehuti did something to add the 5 days. So, like, every temple has its own version of these myths. All right, let's get back to some more music. I don't remember any of these. I don't remember any of these going into the birth of Nut. These are the Book of Nut, and I might come back to them later. Okay, let's get back to some music. Uja. Okay, thank you for letting me know you can hear. And thank you for the hearts and the love. All right, so these are some chants that I already have for Goddess Nut. They're not about the birth of Nut, they're just my Nut chants. So this one is Dua Nut Mutara, Adorations to Goddess Nut, Mother of Ra. Type that in there. Too many T's. Okay. Oh, Mut. No, that's not right. That's not right. Mutara, not Mutbira. Mutara. Muja, do it for tuning in. Dua Newt Mutara, 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 Duanut, 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 Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Duanut Mutara, Mutara. Newt Mutara. Adorations to Goddess Newt, Mother of Ra. Oh, all right. Chapter 19 from the Cardinal Review. Let's see if we can pull that up here. Let's see what page is that. Chapter 19 is page 241. Guess they're not the same. Oh, that's the wrong book. Ha. Pert and Haru. 241. Wrong book. 241. Hey, it's the right chapter. Okay. Share screen. Ritualizing, you got this. Okay. Window. Chapter 19. Okay, so there's chapter 19. So I have a few chants for Goddess Newt for chapter 19. Words to be spoken by Asar Makadu. Hail to you, great river in the heavens, and that is the Milky Way galaxy, Goddess Newt, in that tree of life. In thy name of traverser of the heavens, grant thee power over the water to Asar Makadu like Sekhmet, who protected Asar against the violence on the night and day of slayings. Lead Asar Makadu to the abode where there is an abundance of water, just as you led those other honorable persons who were slain and became a noble blessed soul, knowing not they the name of he who led him. Asar, when I have Asar and then a blank space, and you enter in your name. So I'll say my name. Asar Arit Makadu is opening up in Jed. Asar Arit Makadu's nostrils are opening up in Jedu and Hadep, the dwelling place in Anu, the house that was constructed by Shesheta on which Canaan is standing. If there is a north wind blowing, sit on the south side. If there is a south wind blowing, sit on the north side. If there is a west wind blowing, sit on the east side. And if there is an east wind blowing, sit on the west side. Lowering the eyebrows on the nostrils, Asar Arit Makadu enters into all places desired and resides therein. Okay, and I got something. Let's see if I can find it quickly. I am the goddess of math and science. I'm gonna start from the beginning. And this song also honors the goddess Sesheta. They're both about the stars, astrology, Milky Way. Lukunak Sesheta. Lukunak Lukunak Sesheta. I am the goddess of math and sciences. I am the cosmic sprite. Keep things in celestial order. I can help you keep order in your life. I wear the sacred papyrus on my head. I built the house of a song. To Jehovah I gave the better nectar. I am the goddess of the Sapphic Mara. Lukunak Sesheta. Lukunak Lukunak Sesheta. Lukunak I am the source of sacred darkness. I am the jeweled night sky. I'm in love with your father again. I gave birth to the light. The stars make up my body. I nurse you with the Milky Way. I am the tree of life. I watched you come forth by day. Lukunak Sesheta. Lukunak Lukunak Sesheta. Lukunak tap. Affirm. Right, and then this other one's from chapter 19. Let's check in. Oh. Oops. So this one just calls the letters that were in the chapter 19 that I read earlier. Do a nude, do a star, do a segment, do a sasheta, do a canoe, do a nude, do a star, do a segment, do a sasheta, do a canoe, do a nude, do a star, do a segment, do a sasheta, do a canoe, do a nude, do a star, do a segment, do a sasheta, do a canoe, do a nude, do a star, do a segment, do a sasheta, do a canoe. Right. No, I have not learned to play other cover tunes yet, although that is on my list of things to do. I will have to work on that. All right. I'm glad you're receiving positivity. I am too. I'm radiating positivity. When I sing this music, I raise my vibration and I radiate positivity and good vibes, and then you pick them up and then you pass it on. It's awesome. Okay, one more of my original tunes and then we'll get to the teachings. This one is one that I composed when I was working on protection. I wanted a protection spell that I could just throw up really quickly. I have the Merkaba and the chakras and some other tools, but I just wanted a heck out. Net Newt Boston, Tough Newt Renane. 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 So when I'm offering that head count, I just visualize like energy ribbons or like the bandages that they say represent ignorance, and delusion. I visualize bandages or scarves or wrappings of protection where I'm protected by these gods and goddesses, these forces of energy. Tracy Chapman. Okay. No, I haven't learned any Tracy Chapman. I think sometimes when I'm playing the harp, I feel sometimes I feel like Tracy Chapman's coming through, or Nina Simone comes through when I'm playing the harp in particular. Joan Armatrading comes through sometimes. So thank you. All right, so we'll get to the teachings now. Pert and Haru, page 82. Looks like I have quite a few readings here. Haha. We'll see how many we get to. Page 82. Pert and Haru, page 82. Like I said, when I do a Google search, the only thing that comes up on birthday of Newt or birth of Newt are the things that I've posted. There's not, it makes me wonder, are these holidays like supposed to be secret? Because they're not very popular on social media, online. There's a few temples that have something that they do for some of them, but not this one. I didn't find anything. Right. This is from the introduction of the Pert and Maru. Geb and Newt are the earth and the sky, the heavens. They are the children of Shu and Tefnut, and they are also the physical universe in which human interaction takes place. After their father Shu separated them, Nut, who was pregnant, gave birth to Asar, Aset, Set, Nebuchadnezzar, and Heru-Ur. It is from these Neteru that all other Neteru and human beings are descended. Geb is considered as the king of the earth, as well as a beneficial force on behalf of all spiritual aspirants. Nut is the mother goddess, and she lifts up all righteous aspirants into heaven to take their place on her body as a shining spirit star. One version, same thing, of the creation story tells how Ra traverses over Nut's back in his boat sun disk, and every evening she consumes him, and every morning she gives birth to him in the morning sun. Oh, let's see. Am I still screen sharing? Yes. Okay, good. Oh, Ubenefer Patrick, Brother Patrick, thank you for your presence. Then we have page 229 from the Pert and Maru by Dr. Mona Ashby. And it's not that Dr. Ashby wrote the Pert and Maru. This is the collection of his favorite chapters. Okay, yeah, this is kind of long. We'll read a little bit. Goddess Newt holds special. There it goes. It was working fine all the time I was researching. And now that I'm here, the scroll is acting strange. Okay, I called it out. Now it's behaving again. Unbelievable. Let's go in the other direction. All right, I'm just going to read from the book. I say this every week. Fudge. That's so weird. Page 229. Page 229. I like it. Out and plugged. Okay, never mind. Goddess Newt holds special significance in the architecture of creation as well as in the success of the spiritual movement of the aspirant. In the pyramid text, utterances 1 through 6, there are special propitiations, devotional worship made to Goddess Nut, and she thereby recognizes the initiate as her beloved child Asar, gives the initiate the throne of Kemet, symbolizing the Ta, earth physical realm, and lifts the initiate up to the heavens to govern as Ra Herakuti, Ra Heru, the form of Ra as the sustenance of creation. Goddess Nut lifts the aspirant, now recognizes Asar, to take her place in the higher astral plane as an Aku, glorified spirit, symbolized by the stars in the night sky, which is her own body as well as the reflections of the physical world. Thus the initiate takes her rightful place in the Kemet above. Remember, as above, so below. So it is Nut, who represents expansion in consciousness through identification with one's Asarian nature and divine parentage. So see, they give formulas, and then you just go about your devotion with this formula. So it is Nut, who represents expansion in consciousness through identification with one's Asarian nature and divine parentage, that elevates the spiritual aspirant into the higher planes of existence to take their rightful place. Physical plane, including the sun, Rahakuti, on his divine journey, rightful place. Nut extends from one end of the horizon to the other. As such, she receives all those going in or out of the physical plane, including the sun. Rahadakuti on his divine journey through the physical heaven, physical sky in the physical world, and the astral heaven, higher sky, located in the astral world. It is one's Nut aspect that lifts one out from the Neterkert and into the Duat. For in order to pass through the Akert and into the Rastau, one must pass through the limits of the lower heavens, the horizon, which Nut presides over. So when we're talking about giving birth to Goddess Nut, that's what we're giving birth to, is in birth to expansion in consciousness. In addition to all the wonderful things mentioned there. All right, we're going to go to the creation story now from the Asarian resurrection. Page 68 and 74. Oh my goodness. No. Thank you. I don't see what's different than when I was working on this earlier. What changed? One more time. You get one more chance, and then that's it. The creation from the hieroglyphic text entitled The History of Creation. Verse 2. Here is the story of Ra, the God who was self-begotten and self-created. He created men and women from his own being. He assumed the sovereignty over men and women and gods and all things, the one God. Upon rising for the first time out of Nu, the primeval ocean, Ra emitted from himself Shu, air and space or ether, and Tefnut, moisture. These two gave rise to Geb and Nut, earth, physical matter, and Nut, sky, heaven. Ma'at is a daughter of Ra. It is said that Ma'at is the foundation of creation and that Ma'at is what everything is based on, since Ra stands in his boat of creation on the petals of Ma'at. Now, I just want to add here that this creation story leaves out the fact that Nebuchadnezzar is the being that came forth in the form of Ra Kepri, and that is the God who was self-begotten and self-created. Ra was created and then created men and women from his own being. And here it just says that we know how Shu and Tefnut came into being. Amun Ra sneezed Shu and spit Tefnut. But they don't really say how Geb and Newt came. I've read that they were born in an embrace. They were born together and then were separated by the air. And then 74. Verse 4D. And this is the part with Ra on the back. Verse 4D. And the majesty of the God Nu said, Son Shu, be thou the eye for thy father, and assist him, and you, goddess Nut, place him on your back. And the goddess Nut said, How can this be then, O my father Nu? Hail, said Nut to the god Nu, and the goddess straightway became a cow, and she set the majesty of Ra upon her back. And when these things had been done, men and women saw the god Ra upon the back of the cow. These men and women said, Remain with us, and we will overthrow thine enemies who speak words of blasphemy against thee and destroy thee. Greetings, Kayla. Nice to meet you too. All right, so there's the readings from the Purdah-Meru and the African Religion, Volume 4. And now let's see what's in the Temple of Life. All right, let's see if I can find it. Temple of Life, page 121 and 114. All right, this is about Shu and Tefnut, Geb, and Nut. Ra gives rise to Shu and Tefnut. Shu is the principle of air and space. Space is the first element of the divine that is necessary in order for creation to be possible. In Eastern mystical teachings, this principle is referred to as ether. The next principle of creation is Tefnut. She symbolizes the subtle potential dynamic energy, the life force within all creation, Sekhim. She is that which allows creation to have movement. She is represented as a lioness, and she is related to the ancient Egyptian goddess known as Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the goddess who presides over Sekhem, or the serpent power life force of all things. Then the next level of creation. So this reading is about the shift in essence from moisture and air and space and wind into physical substances. Next, Shu and Tefnut give rise to Geb and Newt. Geb and Newt are the earth and the heavens, respectively. So, from the subtlest essence of creation, Ra, the subtle principles, space, and light force energy emerged. Now, from space and life force energy, even more dense principles arise, and these constitute the physical world, stars, planets, outer space, etc. So there's a shift in the subtlety of matter from Tef, Newt, and Shu to Newt and Geb. But it doesn't say anything about that process. And then you can read more about that if you choose to. Because this reading is supposed to be about the birth of Newt. Here's my teacup. It was hot an hour ago. Maybe it's still warm. Yummy. All right. Now we're at the scripture about the birth of Newt and Geb. Ready to go. Oh, 122. That's not. Maybe it's 121. Yeah, 121. Okay. Okay. Well, fortunately, start another one. Fortunately, I have the book, so I'm not dependent on this crazy mouse on this app. Just kidding. All right. So, here is the scripture. Verse 24. I gave birth to the god Shu, air, ether, light, and the goddess Tefnut, moisture, life, and they gave birth to the goddess Nut, sky and heavens, and Geb, earth. Nut, sky and heavens, gave birth to Asar, the soul, Haru, the foremost, blind, potential spiritual aspiration for redemption of the soul, one along with Set, ego, and Aset, intuitional wisdom. Nebet had physicality. They came one by one through my body. Through their bodies came the birth of all the many things that came into being on the earth planet. In this way, I am the source of all that came into being through the gods and goddesses, as I created them of myself, and thus anything they create is also using parts of my body. Thus, all their creations are also mine. And then part 2 of that. Behold, they create their creations, their many offspring on the earth planet. These successive generations occur through the creations of their own children and the generation of their children's children from the children's children. These generations from the generations all originate in the original and only creator, and that creator form originated and is rooted in my transcendental, all-expansive, encompassing being. So here's the scripture. This one is from the Anunian creation myth, the book of knowing the forms of the creator. Image of the scripture. Oh, low battery. Okay, I better wrap it up because I don't have a charger for that phone. And then this other one is from the creation of the gods and goddesses in the Tree of Life that compose the elements of nature and the components of the human psyche. And both of these sections start with the birth of Shu, giving he, Tef, Newt, Geb, etc. I'll take that off. I could not get the cursor to work today. It's buffering. Oh. The sun spirals back and forth. I know it moves in a spiral. I thought this was my StreamYard. It's just going through YouTube. So it's probably my internet connection, because I was having challenges with it earlier today. Let's see. Or you know what it is? I have too many windows open. Let me close all these windows. And when I was researching Newt, that's what it is. Too many windows. Because it's very slow. I'm almost ready to wrap it up. Yeah, these were all pages about the Book of the Sky. There's a lot of books. I only knew about the Book of Coming Forth by Day. There's the Book of Life. There's the Book of Breathing. There's the Book of the Stars, the Book of the Sky. There's a lot of books. Wow, how many windows did I have open? Yeah, it's buffering. I thought this would help. See how many windows I had open. Yeah, I just had too many windows open. Sorry. Hopefully it gets a little better now. Okay. All right. So this is the song, the offering for this day of the day that Newt was born. One thing I wanted to mention about the different phases of creation, how Tefnut represents the waters and Nut represents the heavens, and refer to the Milky Way galaxy as, as the Milky Way, the milk from goddess Nut. And she was born from the cosmic waters. So it's just interesting to think about the different process of creation, the different layers, because it's all vibration. It's just a different frequency. All right, so this is a brand new song for 2022. Tef Newt in Anu, Mesu in Gab Newt. I saw her continue you tap I said never had. Im Kadua im Sa who I am sent Mesu Sanu Ashata sin Matapin Mesu and Shudie Tef Newt in Anu Mesu and Gab Newt. I saw her kitty on my September said never did. Im Kaduas im Sa you im Sen Mesu Sanu Keman Sanu Keparu Ashata im Ta Penim Keparu Nu Mesu im Keparu Nu Mesu Sanu. I'm gonna try with this other harp. That one did not flow the way I wanted it to. Oh. Here we go. Mesu and Shudie to Newt and Anu. Mesu and Gab Newt. I saw her kinty on my Satep I said never had. Im Katua im Sa. Who I am sin Mesu Senu. I shot to send him top end. Mesu and Shudie Tenut in Anu Mesu in Gab Newt. I saw her kinty on my September said nebit head. Im Kadua im Sa Ua im Sen Mesu Senu Keman Senu Keperu Ashatu im Ta Pen im Keperu No Mesu im Keperu No Mesu Senu. Mesu and Shudiel, Tef Newt and Anu, Mesu and Gab Newt, Asar Kinti Anma, Satepa Set Nebet Head, Imkat Ua Imsa, Ua Imsen Mesu Senu, Ashatus and Impotent Pen. Mesu and Shudiel, Tefnut Hinanud, Mesu in Gabnud, Asar Her Kinti Anma, Satepa Set Nebet Imkat Ua Imsa, Ua Imsen Mesu Senu. Keman Senu Keperu, Ashata Imta, Pen Em Keperu, Numesu Im Keperu, Numesu Senu. All right. That one has more potential with the other heart. I'll have it together by next year. Yeah, this is actually a songwriting exercise. I read through some new teachings or teachings that are new to me today, and then come up with a chant or a melody comes through. So never know how it's going to turn out. I think there's a few more minutes. So I have here a few more comments about Newt, her birth. This is from the Fundamentals of the Course of the Stars, which is the book of Newt. According to the myth, they were born tightly embracing. Newt and Geb fell in love, and because of their tight embrace, there was no place for creation between the two of them. Because of that, their father Shu had to separate them. By doing this, he created the sky, the earth, and the air in the middle. Newt, and this is from symbolsage.com. Newt was the barrier between creation and chaos, and day and night. Together with Neb, she created the world. Maquette, which is the name for Newt's sacred ladder, which we can use to enter the skies. It made me think, of course, of Jacob's ladder. Newt is often pictured hovering over her brother, husband, and lover Geb, who forms the land beneath her. They are born from a union between the primal god Shu, who symbolizes the wind and air, and the goddess of moisture, Tefnut. The love between Newt and Geb is so deep that their father Shu is forced to hold them apart. Otherwise, nothing would form or grow. And last but not least, I have a list of some of her qualities that I will offer as music. A little bigger. God. She who holds 1,000 souls, great goddess of the sky, goddess Newt, goddess Newt, protecting the dead when they enter the afterlife, separating forces of chaos from the ordered cosmos in the world. Her absence from the sky resulted in darkness. Newt as the mother of wrong, the night journey of the sun, symbol of the sky over the deceased soul in the afterlife. In this form she was known as the goddess of death, the ultimate mother, the mother of all creation, responsible for day and night. All right, never. It's really interesting. When it got really silent, I could hear somebody talking, like somebody was talking over one of these microphones. It was really weird. It sounded like a pilot in a plane, like giving their location or something, or a truck driver. Anyway, this will conclude our presentation for today. Let's end with a little silent meditation. Just visualizing in Shu, the air, and when it comes into us, it mixes with the moisture within us. And then exhale, Newt and Gib. Inhale, Shu. Hold it for Tef Newt. Exhale, Newt. Hold it for Gib. Inhale, Shu. Hold for Tef Newt. Exhale, Newt. Hold it for Gib. Let's do one more. Inhale, Shu. Hold it for Tef Newt. Exhale, Newt. And hold it for Gib. And release. All right, so when we do that, we have, the 4 steps from the Temple of Aset for enlightenment are listening to the teachings. I share the teachings with you. Reflect on the teachings, thinking about the teachings. Meditate on the teachings and right action. And in this case, the right action is the devotion and being here on the call. All right, do a hatap. You can find the replay on YouTube. And the next episode is coming up on Saturday, February 5th, the birthday of APEP. And that will be at 8 o'clock in the evening. Do a tap. And YouTube, I'm sorry about the signal, poor signal. Do a Newt, do a Newt, and do a Kim Bez for your comment. Kim B, sorry. Thank you for your comments. I'll see you next time. Hajap. Do it for tuning in. I'll be here on Saturday with the Feast for APEP Chaos.